And welcome back. The future of light rail in Phoenix could be decided by city voters in August after the apparent success of South Phoenix business owners and outside groups that put the initiative on the ballot. If voters say yes, the city would have to cancel all light rail extensions, including the line down Central Avenue in South Phoenix. Available city money would be spent on other transportation needs. I'd like you both to clarify where you stand on light rail, because it's not clear to me. Michael Johnson, the Arizona Republic reported you were one of the lobbyists who persuaded the city council last month to kill the extension down Camelback out to Grand Canyon University. Can you tell us who you were representing at the council, and which other lobbyists, which other companies or businesses you've represented in the last several years as a lobbyist?
As a lobbyist myself, and Peggy Neely, who's one of my former colleagues on the city council, we did start a firm, Johnson & Neely Public Strategies, and actually I had resigned off of that committee. We had broke up. So at the time that I testified before the city council was not as a lobbyist, it was just as a citizen. Just as a citizen.
Who have you represented as a lobbyist over the last 5 years? Because I couldn't find that anywhere online.
We actually represented Bill Luke at Don Luke's Chrysler. We were actually represented Cactus Jack. We've also done some work with some different communities as we've gone out to help communities with zoning issues, as well as some things around the airport.
And Bill Luke and Cactus Jack, their businesses would be on the line.
Yes, sir, they are on the Camelback line.
They would be on the line. So where do you stand on light rail? Do you support it or oppose it?
Sir, I am supportive of light rail.
So despite getting up there to testify in favor of killing that line, you support light rail?
I support light rail. It wasn't just the fact of getting up to kill that line. It's the fact that that line was originally put together. There's a line that was going to go from 19th Avenue down from 19th Avenue to 51st Avenue, then connect into Glendale. When it connected into Glendale, Glendale was going to work on a piece to go to the stadium. When Glendale backed out of it, then it became not a responsible thing for us to do as a city. And I think as elected officials, we have a responsibility to make sure that we're prudent when we're spending taxpayers' dollars.
Okay, so you support the South Phoenix line?
Yes, sir. And I don't support the initiative that's going to be on the ballot in August.
Okay, where do you stand? Because it seems you were involved in that initiative and getting it on the ballot. Do you support a light rail line in South Phoenix?
So I don't support the initiative, and I wasn't involved in that. What we were trying to do is improve what was going to happen in South Phoenix. Anywhere else the light rail has gone, nowhere has it pushed its way as quick and as direct as this line did in South Phoenix. It's now going to turn central from 4 lanes to 2. And the community was trying to organize to make sure that that turned into 4 lanes, and it was what was best for South Phoenix. I think, unfortunately, on the West Light Rail, we were going to have an opportunity to do it the right way, to talk to community and see how we can support them as the light rail would be moving that way. It's not happening now, and so again, I oppose the initiative that's there. That would take money from the district, but I do think, and I have a strong critique of how the city went about pushing light rail down to South Central Phoenix.
It's interesting because we hear that a lot, and yet Valley Metro says there were 22 meetings on this issue, on this line, so over the course of about 6 years.
In the course of 2 weeks, we were able to send flyers out into the community from 7th Avenue to 7th Street, and we had 600 people show up into a community center, enough to where we couldn't fit in there, and people had no idea that it was going to be only 2 lanes. That work has not been done. If they show up to something that's already organized and mark it off, that's not true community outreach.
So you are both a yes on the South Phoenix light rail line?
Yes, sir.
Got that right? Okay, good. I'm happy we cleared that up. We're going to have to pause there. We have a lot more to talk about. We're going to get to that in just a moment. We're going to continue this discussion online. You can see our discussion at 12news.com, our YouTube page. That's 12news.com/YouTube. For those of you leaving us now, Carlos Garcia, Michael Johnson, thank you very much. Stay with us. We are continuing the discussion online. And we will see you back here next weekend for another round of Sunday Square Off.